Hey everybody, John and April here once again. We want you to subscribe right now, especially if you haven't done it yet, and like this video.
That's right. Go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Why
Very
you sound
easy.
at all, frothy?
Welcome to Just John and April, the relationship podcast, your place to level up your relationship. In today's episode, Black Love Matters.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does. And word of the day.
Word O. The day.
Word of the day.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
How's it going?
I am a little bit,
Anxious?
I don't know, anxious and, go back hybrid on Monday. I know.
I didn't think that was what you were talking about, actually. I
Yes.
forgot about that. So you're
You
going
know,
back into the school building on Monday.
It's something about going back into the building with people that just makes me, I guess it's just where, even though I've gotten the first vaccination shot,
Right.
that doesn't make me feel
Well,
like, okay, I'm good.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, you're supposed to wait 21 days before you get the next shot.
Right.
And then you have to wait 2 more weeks after that.
Exactly.
To make sure. So really,
And then after,
timeline
but I'm
wise,
saying even after that, just like with the flu shot, you're not totally exempt from getting.
aren't they saying this new strain is not like the vaccine isn't working on it or something like that?
I don't know, honey. They say that you can get these new strains, but it won't be as bad.
Right. Oh,
But
I see.
I don't want it.
Right. At all.
Okay.
Yeah, I
and
don't
you
either.
guys aren't vaccinated. So
We're not. That's true.
I'm afraid of bringing stuff home. Like I just have a thing with that. You know, it's not even about driving to work and all that. That's nice.
Right,
Like to
right.
get
It's
that.
not even that far of a drive.
No.
You
So
know,
it's not about
yeah,
that. It's
no.
about what might be there.
If it was
and I
visible,
don't
it'd be
know.
different. If you could see and like dodge it, you know what I'm saying? But you can't. You don't know where it is.
You
know
see
what I'm
the
saying?
little
Yeah,
balls
we
and you
oh,
just
that's
dodge
COVID
them.
right
Yeah,
there. Let me
right,
get
right,
out. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Okay, so
Yeah.
there's something else that happened this week, though. That's why I thought you were going with this, because we got some announcements and some things that we're excited about. The first announcement is that April and I were recently on. I guess it was just 2 days ago. No, yesterday.
Yesterday. It was yesterday.
Yesterday, we were on a
Yeah.
podcast called "What's the Message" with Claudia Allen and Carmela Monk Crawford.
Yes.
And they interviewed us, but the whole purpose of it was to really announce a passing of the baton from Dr. Willie and Elaine Oliver to April and me. We are going to be the new columnists for Message Magazine.
Yes.
And Message Magazine is the oldest Christian periodical in the United States.
Which is amazing.
That's kind of a big deal.
That's a big deal.
I should say the oldest black Christian one.
Yes, you should say
that's
that.
what it is.
The
It's
oldest
really
black,
the old
yes.
black Christian, oldest black Christian publication magazine.
is huge.
Yes, that's a big deal.
It
And
is,
they
it
asked us
is.
to be the columnist for the relationship section. So we're excited about that. We were excited to be on the show with them. I think that
Yeah,
was great.
it was
They
fun.
Really, it was a lot of fun.
Those guys are great.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
And we also are doing our own thing for the first time. It's the other big announcement. April and I have been talking about wanting to do our own events. We've been part of other people's events a lot.
Right.
You know, they've asked us to do presentations and things like that for marriage retreats and all that kind of stuff. But we decided we want to do our own thing. We've been coming up with stuff for a while, but we really haven't had the time. And we say, you know what? Forget that. Who cares about the time? We just need to put it in and make it happen. And we got full-time jobs, but
we
still.
want you guys to join us. It's going to be
Yes.
great.
It's a free one-day event.
Yes.
And it's on February 15th at 7.
That's right.
Fire
Sorry.
up your sex life.
I'm cutting you off. My bad.
No. Fire up your sex life is the
I'm so
title
excited.
of it.
Fire up your sex life. Yes.
Fire it up.
February 15th at 7.
Yeah, it's totally free.
Totally
we
free.
We will put the link in the description
Yeah.
for all of this so that you guys can see it. In fact, we'll put the link for the interview we were on with the Olivers on What's the Message earlier this week so you can watch that. We think it was good.
Yeah.
And they said some really good stuff
They
on
did.
there.
They
They're amazing.
are.
They're literally
man,
amazing. We're going to try
They
to get
have
them.
so much knowledge, man.
Yeah, we're going to try to get
and
them on our
wisdom.
show. Hopefully we can get them
Yes.
on the live coming up.
Let's try to get them on the live.
OG Couple Goals
OG Couple
episode
Goals.
again. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, they're dope.
definitely.
But so anyway, our free event that's coming up, we're putting that in the description as well, so you can see it. You can just click the link and follow it, and it's
Yes,
free.
guys,
but
join us.
The spots are limited, so we want to make sure you get in there.
Yes, get in there.
And hopefully it will be a good time. We think it will.
Yeah.
So today's episode is about Black Love Mattering, Black Love Matters.
Yeah.
And really this came from something that was said yesterday. So yesterday we were going through and Claudia asked a question to the Olivers, and it was a really great answer. So we want you to go back and look at it. But she asked if there's anything that black couples go through that may be different from what other couples go through from, I guess, our white counterparts, really. And is there anything specific to black people that we have to deal with in our relationships that makes it sort of harder for us to be able to stay married and all that kind of stuff? And the Olivers gave a pretty great answer. In fact, Willie went for a long time talking about way that slavery and all that has really impacted us.
And that statistics show that black marriages break up more than other
that's right
cultures, and I'm saying that's a big deal.
It is,
and that's something we need to think about when we're in our black marriages, in this black love. You know?
Yeah, and so if you go back and watch and look at his whole answer, you will see a lot of the stuff that he mentioned. But it kind of got us thinking that black couples that stay together need to be celebrated more. You know what I'm saying? We need to be looking at that as a positive thing. In fact,
we do.
I feel like we need to be trying to change the narrative on this, because I do think there are a lot more black couples that stay together than we think, stereotypically at least.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so April and I wanted to do something today where we basically do our Mount Rushmore of black couples.
Love.
Yeah,
black
love.
Yes.
Our black love Mount Rushmore.
That's right.
But we want to look at it a little bit differently, right? So we've done these lists before. We've done top 10 and top 5 black couples and stuff like that. This time it's a little bit different.
Yes.
We want to look at couples who we think had what seems like would be a better reason for breaking up than most people do, but they're still together.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about, okay?
Yeah.
So Mount Rushmore are 4. Now, the reason why we chose Mount Rushmore is because we're not necessarily saying
we're
this
not
is our
ranking
top 4.
them.
Right. We're not ranking
No
them.
ranking.
Yeah, all of these
just
4 are just the 4 that are on the Mount Rushmore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so
right now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right, because we'll do this again, and it'll be
it could
different
be a
list.
different
Exactly.
list. Yes.
Okay, so who would you say is on your Mount Rushmore? Who would be your first thing that you want to offer?
Okay, I would say let's start. Okay, the person the couple I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
They got married in 1990.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. We've talked about this couple before, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
And we know, and I believe that everyone will agree that this couple should be on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And that is Denzel and
Pauletta is her name, I think? Yeah.
Pauletta.
Yeah, Denzel and Pauletta. I definitely agree with that.
I mean, when you're talking about circumstances and obstacles, I mean, first of all, in Hollywood, I mean, I think those statistics are even higher than black people.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yes.
They're not staying together.
Very rarely. I mean, I would say at least the stereotype.
That's what
the stereotype feels like.
That's what I'm saying. The stereotype feels like
actors
that
do not stay
don't
together.
stay married long.
Right.
And that they have multiple marriages
Yes.
and, you know, they have difficulties and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I feel like the fact that as big as Denzel is too.
Exactly.
Because when you're talking about those big time actors that are huge,
right.
they're not staying together in their marriages.
Babe, you ask any black woman, you ask a white woman who their like heartthrob, top 10 of all time actors are. Denzel's on everybody's list.
He's on
now.
everybody's list. Right.
You know what I'm saying? At 65, whatever he is. You know what I'm saying?
He is definitely on everybody's list.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm saying to be able to stay married for all these years.
That's what I'm saying.
And being on everybody's list like that.
And she's not an actress.
That's the other thing, babe.
She is not an actress.
Right.
She's not even in the game like that.
That's right. Exactly.
And when they're together, they seem like they like each other.
They really do. I love seeing them together.
I love seeing them together. She's
they walk over the
always
place,
smiling hard when she's with him.
I agree.
So it's like
they seem like they're really friends.
They seem like they're really friends.
And you know
exactly.
what? There's only so much you can really tell by looking.
That's
but I'm
true.
Just saying.
That's true. But
it looks like it.
It looks like it. But what I am saying, but what can make you see that they are strong in their marriage, and that is that they're still together.
Right. Since
after all these years.
Yeah.
And he's as big as he is. He's had love scenes with other actors.
Right. You know what? I wonder if it's somewhere. I need to research this. Does he have a rule or anything about how he does love scenes, or did he ever talk to his wife about that? You know
I want to know about that. I do. I want to know how it is. I want to know how she thinks about that. What is there? How does she get through that? How do they get through those types of things? But the fact that they're still together to me, those are obstacles.
Can I just ask you a question real
Hollywood
quick?
alone is an obstacle.
Exactly.
to marriage.
Exactly. Can I ask you a quick question though?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was an actor, would you have married me first? Secondly, would you allow me to do love scenes? Like, would there be some kind of rule that you had?
I don't know because
so you don't know what you would know if you married me?
I would marry you.
Okay.
Because I liked you a lot. I mean, like,
all right.
you know.
Yeah. And you would have
I
known.
don't think, you know, when you are young and all that kind of stuff, you're not, I don't know, you can't see the future about stuff. So you can't look at that and say, oh, right. So, I wouldn't have. But, I mean, I wouldn't have not.
But you would have liked the fact that I could give you money. Whereas now, I can't give you jack.
Money is not everything.
I know. I'm just saying. It's,
you got a lot of people with money and they're not happy. So
so you would marry me still, but would you make? Would there be rules?
You know, it's funny because as I've been, my niece is into acting and just seeing her in acting, I thought about it and I said, would I be okay if you had to? I don't think I would have a problem. I have because Nina's into acting and she's talking about stuff and we've been discussing those types of things and so I thought about it and really, to be honest with you, I don't think I would have a problem if you had to peck somebody.
Okay. But you don't want no tongue kissing with nobody.
I don't know. Actually, and that's I don't know. And then some of those sex scenes are like, okay,
so here's the thing.
That look like the real deal. Like,
right. So for me, that would be the biggest testament, in my opinion, to the strength of their relationship. Because I feel like for me to watch you like tonguing down some other guy, I feel like that would just hurt. But she doesn't seem like she has any confidence issues.
I want to talk to her, man. I would love to find out, just any actor and their, how they see. Well, no, particularly them, because you would have to get actors that are married and they're really committed to their relationship. Right. You see what I'm saying? Not just, hey, I can get a divorce if I don't like him anymore. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess I feel like when I think about it, the whole acting thing, I guess I would just have to put in my mind, he's acting. He does not, this is not real. Yeah. He's not trying to get with her. Let's see if we can do some research. We can find some stuff. There might be something online where she was asked this question. That's true. That's true. Let's look at that. Okay.
So Denzel and Pauletta definitely on there. Yes. No question.
Okay. So let's move to you. Who would be the next?
Okay. So the next couple was married the very next year, 1991. And this is basketball and, obviously. So this one might be a little bit controversial for somebody. I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea. Okay. But I want to say Magic Johnson and Cookie.
Oh.
and here's why. Okay.
Yes, they're perfect.
Remember,
they are perfect for this list.
I don't know if they would make my top 10 list or anything like that. They might. They might make my top 10 list. But since we're talking specifically about couples that we think like sort of got through adversity and stayed together.
Listen.
There's nothing more. First of all, Magic Johnson at the time that happened was bigger than Michael Jordan. Right. Well, maybe not bigger, but yeah.
He was huge.
He had 5 championships already at that point.
I'm telling you, he was and he was popular, all that stuff.
And he had to come out and retire. It was
we loved us some Magic, man.
Oh yeah, we did too.
Okay.
He had to retire. He had to come out and tell everybody about contracting the HIV virus and all that stuff.
And see, the thing about it
Cookie,
then,
I think Cookie got pregnant. I think he got her pregnant after that.
He did.
And they weren't sure if the baby was going to have it.
Exactly. That whole thing. But let's talk about this, because this was when people still thought you could get AIDS by touching folks.
Yes, babe. Because
by drinking.
I remember Charles Barkley said, "I don't want to play," because Magic Johnson made a comeback and decided to come back to the NBA. And Charles was like, "I don't think I want to play with him." And it wasn't
just him. Some people felt uncomfortable.
Right.
So I'm saying
it
was not during a time where we knew everything about this.
Correct.
And so
imagine the level of embarrassment.
And then you cheat. Not just that. You cheated on her to get it.
Right.
You didn't have a blood transfusion and got it.
Right.
Like
exactly. Exactly. You didn't come by it honestly.
You were out with some maybe want to say nasty chick. Right. I mean seriously, because
well, I won't say what the rumors actually were. But anyway, the point is there was a lot about that feel. So but the reason why it struck me so much is not okay, so first of all, they're gonna be celebrating 30 years this year. So that's a big deal. Okay, so Denzel and Pauletta are already at 30.
Yeah.
Magic and Cookie will be celebrating 30 this year. And the thing I read recently was that, Magic, they consider each other best friends. And honestly, you see them together, same kind of thing. They just seem like they really like each other. Now, I find it hard to believe that anybody could dislike Magic, though. Magic is such a nice guy. Everybody likes him.
Yes.
He smiles all the time.
Always
he
laughing.
Up a room.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
So he definitely has charisma.
No question about that.
Yes.
But there's something about the two of them that feels electric and feels just like a real friendship.
Yeah.
So I have to put them on the list because I feel like that's a situation, if any, where if anybody would say they would break up and be justifiable in doing so, it would be them. But they stuck with it.
Even dipping on him for a minute.
Something.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know.
I don't know what they did.
But the fact, even if that did happen, the fact that they came back together, the fact that they worked it out.
Exactly. That's a big deal.
And not even that, she stuck by him.
Right. Yeah.
And sticking by, like being with him when he had to make those announcements, being there.
Exactly.
That's huge.
It is. It's a big deal, man.
That's a big deal.
So anyway, I'm honestly,
and that was not a happy home, I'm sure. That was not a happy home probably when that was going on.
I would love to talk to them as well about what their situation
what did they go
was
through?
like.
And I'm sure they have some stuff.
We should try to get them on the show.
Listen,
it'd be so dope if Magic.
All we got to do is
if Magic and Cookie came on the show.
What?
Man.
Listen, but see, I know that they have probably done an interview about that.
They probably have.
We just haven't seen.
But they haven't talked to us about it. we need to talk to them.
We need them to talk to us about it. That's true.
So anyway, that's who I would say. So who you got next? So far we're going kind of in order of timing, right? 90 and 91.
That's true. And this is funny.
Who you got next?
You know who I got next. And
have
they were married
in,
of course, they were married in 1992. You probably don't even know that. You probably don't even know they were married in 92.
Who is it?
Michelle and Barack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Michelle and Barack Obama.
So
the reason why
are you putting them on this list?
Well, the reason why I put them on this list is because I am so sorry, but you have had to go through some adversity being the leader of this entire country.
There's no question. Leader of the free world.
Leader of the free world.
Not just that, there's so much scrutiny. And think about hold on. Think about this. He went through multiple campaigns. Okay, so he lost an election before he became senator. Mm-hmm. He won an election being senator. Mm-hmm. He won the presidency and then had to campaign again. Exactly. Every time you go through campaigns like that, there's opposition research that they do, and they're always trying to find things to poke holes and stuff. So the scrutiny is like next level. Exactly. There's no privacy at all during that time.
So
there's no question they have to be on this list.
Let me tell you, they have to be, because she had to have times where she was irritated with him.
I mean,
just
I'm sure that
regular Mary. No, I'm talking about.
You mean how the presidency was invading their lives? Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yes, and not trying to take it out on him because she knew what she was getting into.
Imagine what date night was like, and then he had to have to go, DEFCON 1 for something. He had to go to the Situation Room.
Seriously,
or something like
seriously, that would have to irritate you over time. Even though, but then supporting along the way.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Supporting along the way. And I'm sure, they talk about this, how, there were times that were very hard.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that I think they probably had some adversity with her telling him that he had to stop smoking.
Hold on.
And then
hold on. I don't know
that he actually stopped.
That's number one. Number one.
Listen.
Hold on. Number two.
You the leader of the free world. You definitely smoking.
You have to get at least a couple drags a week. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. There's the other thing though, April. I'm not sure that was Michelle.
What do you mean?
Okay. These guys do all kinds of polling.
Yes.
I'm almost positive they probably did the research and figured out if everybody knows you smoke, that is not going to poll well. You're going to have to at least tell people that you quit.
But I thought she said that, though. I thought we read it or whatever.
Maybe you're right.
She said.
Maybe you're right. But I'm just saying, I feel like I'm not sure she's the one. She might have been the one behind that. But there's no question his campaign manager was like, the David Axelrod was like, dude, you can't get elected as a black man smoking. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know that he quit, though.
Well,
anyway,
I'm just going to say that there was much more. I'm sure, raising the girls.
Oh, yeah.
And just that it's almost like I feel like it had to be a constant
babe,
just a
constant tension. Yes,
and
had to be. 8 years of it.
That's 8 years of it.
Let me tell you something. Michelle had to be mad at the presidency just because of how much it aged her husband. That wasn't fair. You know what I'm saying?
He aged nicely though.
He did, but dude,
he still looked good though.
He looks good, but I'm just saying
she knew that was
aged
gonna
30
happen.
years in 8 years.
She saw Bill Clinton. She knew that was gonna happen.
I'm sure she did, but she still was probably mad.
No, she not mad. He still looked good.
The presidency didn't do nothing to her though. She looked just as good. She didn't age
better.
a day.
She actually looked better.
Exactly.
After 8 years.
Exactly. So the Obamas make pretty much every one of our lists.
Oh, yeah.
But they're on this list especially because we think they had to fight through adversity in order to stay together. There's no question.
Even if it's them against the world,
right?
That's still something that you have to go through together,
exactly,
and decide to stick together to do that.
Yes,
and to support each other in that. That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot, and it puts a lot of strain on the marriage, even if it's not like you two doing something to each other. Just the circumstances that they're in, just living that life puts a strain on the marriage.
I agree.
So I think they need to be on the mountain.
I agree. Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. No, they need to be on Mount Rushmore.
All right, my last one. Here's what I suggest.
Okay.
They're a younger couple. We got to have at least one young couple on there.
Yeah.
They got married in 2011, and that's Aisha and Steph Curry. Now, here's why I like them.
I love them.
I think the same reason that they are on the list for the reason I say they stuck together, I don't know of any real adversity that they've had, like publicized adversity or anything like that. But what I do know is Steph Curry is an attractive black man that's in the NBA.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to be attractive in the NBA. No, but for real. I mean, people like Olden Polynice had women coming after him. Patrick Ewing, too.
You're right. You're right. Oh, you dirty for that, man. That's true, though. That's
By
true.
the way, look up Olden Polynice right now if you want to just die laughing. But my point, but my point is though that when it really comes down to it, NBA players, I think they have women coming at them all the time.
All the time.
And
you
I
got
feel
people
like
coming
Steph
just for that. Like their purpose is to.
They're groupies. You know what I'm saying? What I love about them though is they're high school sweethearts. This year will be their 10th year anniversary. Okay,
right,
so they're coming up on time. I think they got married in July of 2011, so this year will be 10 years for them. And they seem like they like each other and all that, but I feel like there's extra adversity involved, especially when you're like an NBA wife. See, if she was like in the WNBA or somehow,
an actress, or
you know what I'm saying? It'd be a little different, but
that's his high school sweetheart. That's who he fell in love with.
Correct. And they've been in love all this time.
Before he was Steph Curry.
Well, he was Steph Curry for a long time.
Well, that's true, but I'm
talking
about
that for a second.
I do
like
know
he was
that.
in the NBA.
I know.
But the dude has been Steph for years.
Yes, he has, and just a family history of it.
Not only that, but
his
he's part
dad
of the NBA. Right, exactly. He's an NBA
that's
family.
True. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
there's a legacy thing.
There
with
is
this
a legacy
and everything.
thing there. Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, that just I don't know. I like seeing that, and I feel like they deserve some kind of credit for still being together and for seemingly being in a loving relationship.
Yeah, because if you look at her, if you look at her cooking show, it looks like when they interact, it's not fake.
Right.
It's authentic.
They seem like they really like each other.
And his personality, he's kind of chill.
He is.
And it looks like she just accepts that, he'll taste her stuff and he's not going nuts, but he'll be like, and she's like, oh, he likes it. So it's like she knows him. She knows that even though he's not jumping off the roof because her stuff tastes so good.
Yeah.
She knows that he loves her stuff and the fact that he supports her in that too.
Yes, he does support her, April.
He supports her a lot because she gets a lot of scrutiny.
She does.
I don't know why.
What's up with that?
And this really unfairly. And I think it's because he is so sought after and he won't budge. He will not give those groupies a time of day.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Is it a time or the time
it's
of
the
day?
time of day.
Oh, the time of day. A time.
He ain't giving a time of day.
A time, So I feel like there's some haterade there.
You're probably right.
And the fact that he's committed to her and they can't move him from that, I think that it may be why. Because I'm like, she's beautiful.
Yes.
They say she's not. Calling her name like what? Right. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And
those outside things really do affect your marriage.
They do, and I've seen where I think it really does something to her because she, it's almost like I don't deserve this, kind of like that.
And she's right,
but she doesn't. But what I love is the way that Steph responds.
Yes.
One time, she was getting all this flack for something.
Yeah.
Changing her hair color or something, and it was cute. And I'm like, what? Why are you doing that to her? Like, I don't understand. Why can't she? Anyway, and he responded with something like, "Boo, you look good, honey. I love that." Done.
Yeah, he did a post like on social media and something like that.
And I'm saying,
I love that.
The fact that he would do that.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot to have to deal with. Again, sometimes as you as a couple against the world can cause a lot of strain on the marriage.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And so when you're able to get through that kind of thing together and stay supporting each other and not worrying about, still lifting each other up, I think that's a big deal. Anyway, I think that's a great couple to put on the list.
So that's our 4. So we got Denzel and Pauletta.
Yes.
We got Magic and Cookie. We got Barack and Michelle. And
Steph and Aisha.
Yeah. I think that's a good list.
I think it's a good list too.
So, what will be our word of the day today then?
Word of the day has to be persist.
That's a good word.
Yes.
Persist.
And I'm looking at it because I'm going to read this definition that is amazing.
Yeah.
And the definition really fits these Mount Rushmore couples.
Yes.
And hopefully it fits us.
It does.
And the rest of you guys who are watching, we want this word to fit you as well. Persist, which means continue firmly or obstinately.
Yes.
In an opinion or a course of action in spite of difficulty, opposition, or failure.
Wow.
In spite of failure.
That's a really good.
Because in Cookie and Magic's situation, he failed.
That's right.
He failed.
Yeah.
But
they were obstinate.
They were obstinate.
Yep.
Okay, about making sure that in spite of difficulty, they were going to stay firmly.
That's it. Gotta persist.
Stay firmly together.
Yeah. So here's the bottom line. This is Black History Month, so we're looking at Black couples. Black love matters.
It does.
Black couples already have so much to deal with, but the reality is you can have a successful relationship too if you just persist. That means you got to be obstinate in the face of even failure.
Yeah.
And say, we are not breaking up.
We're so quick these days. I mean, just as we work with couples and we coach couples, we just see that it's so easy now for people to just say, I'm done.
That's it.
Or, we've gotten people say,
I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this. Or you know what, we need to take some time away from each other. And it's not even, I'm not going to say it's not that deep, but it ain't no magic and cookie level. It ain't no magic and cookie level.
Yeah.
I'm saying issues that you go through in marriage and you have to fight through those things.
Yes.
And I don't think we should put the option on the table to divorce or leave each other without trying.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't even be mentioned until you have tried everything.
Are you persisting?
Have you persisting? Have you persisted? Have
you tried? That's the thing.
And we are so adamant about speaking about Black couples staying together.
Yes.
Couples staying together, period.
Yes.
But I'm saying because we're talking about Black love and we know the statistics about Black love.
That's right.
We really fight for that. Guys, let's fight for our love.
Yes.
Fight for that Black love.
That's right. It's beautiful. And we hope that you fight for it, persist, do not give up.
That's right.
Even in the face of failure.
Wow.
All right, y'all.
See ya.
See y'all next week.